recording, so whenever you're ready.
Alright, we're DreadAll.
Don't do this shit, why?
Alright, hey, we're DreadAll, Andy, Scotty's on the drum kit, Lockie's over there, and Donald's on the computer. Whatever you do. It's pretty cool. So, hey, YouTube, what's up? Yeah, so we're here to make a few announcements. We've got some songs up on Facebook and Triple J. Links will be below, so check them out. And hopefully getting some more shows. So yeah, if you like our stuff, follow us on Facebook and get down to the next show. We've got some new songs in the works. We're hoping to get back out there, but yeah, and in the meantime, do check out the recordings that are out there.
And we're going to tell you a story all about how our lives got flipped, turned upside down. So give me a moment, just sit right there while I tell you how I became the Prince of Bel-Air. West Philadelphia, born and raised, on the playground was where I spent most of my days. It's good!
Like I say, over the coming weeks, we're hoping to put some more videos on YouTube. We're going to start with some gear rundowns. So this week, I'll show you my rig. And then hopefully next week we'll get Lockie's rig and Scott's and yeah, Donald's, and we'll go from there. And keep you up to date with shows and tunes. Keep it real.
No, I've got a question for Lockie. I'll ask him in a bit.
Cowbell solo. So yeah,
He's fucked, I'm taking over.
one of which is that there's a shuffle up in the lineup.
Yeah.
Scott's taking drums.
That was
Cut that.
Put in like outtakes and shit, bro.
Alright, so we're here with my gear, handy. So we'll do this in a bit of reverse order. I'll show you the guitars, I'll run you through the amp, and we'll go to the pedal board. The pedal board's sort of in a state of flux. But yeah, alright, so we'll start with the guitars. So as you can see, I've got a bit of a collection going on here. I think it's about 7 or 8 I'm up to now. It's the kind of thing, guitars, you can never have enough of them. So let's start with this one. This is a Gibson.
Fucking idiot.
Shut up. Gibson 60s tribute. It's based on the Gibson studio models, but it's built to sort of 60s specs. The neck profile is the same as you get from the 60s, and of course, notably, the 2 P90 pickups.
Yep.
P90s have probably become my favourite pickup to have in any guitar.
You mentioned the neck before. What's different between the neck on that and the neck on like a brand new Les Paul?
I'll come back to this one, but this is my Epiphone. As you can see, the neck on that is substantially thicker than the neck on this one. Les Pauls are generally known for having quite chunky necks. But in the 60s, they went sort of through a bit of a phase where they became a little more like Fender in the sense that the necks were thinner. And it just means they're a bit easier to play, and it can alter the tone a bit. I know there are a lot of people who put a lot of stock in things like the neck joint and the neck floor tone, I don't really understand it, but there is a difference in how it plays, how it feels, how it sounds. But for this particular guitar, these pickups, this finish, everything, it is the perfect neck. It's the perfect combination of parts, really, to make a great versatile guitar. It does really good cleans. It does really good crunch. It's a great guitar. It's what I use live, and it's probably it's the most used guitar for me on the recordings. Next is, as I mentioned, the Epi. This is an Epiphone custom, but it's nothing like the ones you'll get out of the
wrong.
What?
You're wearing it wrong.
Well, it doesn't matter how you wear it. It's a rigged video, for God's sake. You're wearing your drum kit wrong. Fine.
He's clearly an excellent comedian.
I'm great. Yeah, but this is nothing like an Epiphone custom you get out of the factory. I've done quite a few things to it that I'm very proud of. The most notable of which are the pickups there. They are Seymour Duncan 59s and they're coil splits. So when you push and pull the tone pops, turns it from pots. Turns it from a humbucker, single coil, humbucker. Again, very versatile guitar. And it's got the Bixby on the back, which is a lot of fun. That's the B7 there, with the underbar. And also, if you want to zoom right in there, you can see on the bridge how it's a roller bridge. The little rollers in there, rather than just the normal tune-o-matic that you find on a Les Paul. Helps it stay in tune a lot. These things have a lot more crunch than, say, something like the P90s.
Yep.
They've got a real sort of 50s crunch sound to them. It's just a very nice guitar. Probably the second most used guitar, and it's always my backup guitar. It's always there. I've used it across 3 different bands. Great guitar. So they're probably the main two. Next comes, let's look at the V next. This is my flying V. Now if you watch some of our videos, our live videos, or any of our photos or that on Facebook, or next week, as you'll find, Scott also has a flying V. In fact, his is the exact same model. And for Scott, that's his go-to sort of live guitar.
Hey, Donald.
And our bassist has just walked in.
Hey,
So,
Donald.
we're just doing a gear video.
Gear video.
I'll
Yeah.
explain later. So yeah, this is Scott's go-to live guitar. For me, this
Not
is,
technically. Technically, that's yours.
well, no, it's same model though.
Yes.
But for me, this is my one for solos when we're in the studio recording. These 3 pickups, I'm not sure what models they are, but
They're 496Rs.
there you go. The bridge and the middle running together are just my perfect solo tone.
Mm-hmm.
The neck on that one is a lot wider than, say, something like the LP or the Epi or the Gibson LPs. So it just changes the way it feels and how it plays. Very nice guitar.
Don't take too long. You're already at 5 minutes.
Okay. So a few sort of the oddball guitars, the guitars that are a bit more specific, so we'll just go through them a bit quicker. Next is the Epiphone Casino, very famous sort of model of guitar.
I recorded repeater fender with that.
Oh, and Scott did repeat fender, and Scott also used the Casino for the 3rd guitar track in
It's worth it.
It's Worth It, which we have to remix, but that's in there if you listen. Next one is my Dan Electro 12-string. Probably the least used guitar, hasn't seen any recordings, hasn't seen any live performances, but it's just a lot of fun. It's a fun guitar to have.
It's fine.
You know, while a male honeybee climaxes during sex, that will explode from their guy.
Yeah, I did actually. Shit's fucked
I'm
up.
keeping that in the YouTube video.
That's foul.
Squire Strat.
My
first-
testicles swell up, but they don't explode. Oh.
Let me explain my guitar.
Not in the same way that the bees does. Sorry. Do continue with your absolutely awful Squire Strat.
Squire Strat, first guitar.
Terrible. Shocking. His ears, it's got great knobs. Get it?
It's sentimental value. This guy. Yamaha ATX 500 acoustic electric. Go-to acoustic guitar. Literal workhorse. Got a lot of scratches and dents on it. But it's a nice little thing. Yeah, there's not much to say about that one.
Good to fondle.
Say that.
I did. Move back, you're too close.
Squire, Fender, acoustic. I got this one mainly for the sake of having that dreadnought sort of dreadnought acoustic sound. Very light.
It is an acoustic.
Yeah, but light for an acoustic, I think. The neck's really nice on that. If you have a look at the neck profile there, it's just perfect for getting your hand right in there and going up and down.
Fuck knows I love getting my hand right in there.
The only other thing is just the nylon string, which is just a nice little sort of... Yeah, I'm not even going to pull it out. It's just a...
I nearly smashed it one day.
He did. It was intense. So yeah. So we're back. This is the pride and joy. This is the amp. And to show you...
Blew up the other way.
Yes, tell us that story.
Oh god. So it's an Egnator Rebel 30. And it's got two types of tubes in it, EL84s and 6V6s.
Yep, and what's the difference between, in terms of tone, what sort of differences does that make?
Generally, I mean, I'm going to have to spend a lot more time with this amp before I can tell you
How long have you had it?
the ins and outs. Oh, only a couple of months now.
Yep.
But, and you know, I'm one of those people who have to spend a lot of time with something to tell you how it sounds. But generally, the 6V6s are a lot warmer, a lot brighter. The EL84s crunch real nicely. Yeah, the EL84s do a real nice crunch tone.
Yeah.
It's got this really cool thing which is a tube mix knob, which lets you choose, you know, how much of each of the four tubes you want.
Mm-hmm.
And I find keeping it straight up gets the perfect balance. So
Yep.
yeah, so let's have a listen. So I'll keep all my pedals off for the moment. Aren't we getting anything?
Volume on the...
Ah, yes. So right now we're in the clean channel. Clean channel, you know, I usually just keep everything straight up. This is what, you know, this guitar and this clean channel are what I use for finding you. Usually I'll stick a bit of reverb on that, so we just get the reverb on. There's not much to the clean channel, other than the fact that it's got these two little switches here, tight and bright, and they just do what they say. Tightens it, and brightens it. I use them in the studio, particularly for the cleans, but live I just keep them off. So let's pull up some drive. Turn that right down. I don't want to blow your ears off. Again, for live, I just keep everything straight up, bass, middle, trebs in the middle. So I just find that's where it sits nicely. The gain will usually sit about that far up, maybe about just past halfway. But because we're just doing a video, we'll keep it lower. Both the channels have variable wattages, which I don't really play with, but it's a nice thing to have on the amp. Yeah, it's just a very straightforward two-channel rock and roll amp. Right, so let's have a look at the pedals. Now, like I say, this thing's in a constant state of flux, and by the next gig, I do want to get 2 or 3 other pedals.
Oh yeah, what are they?
I'm looking at getting I want to get a good distortion pedal. I'm looking at some of the TC pedals at the moment, TC Electronics. Yeah, but I just want to really sort of start looking into what options are out there for a good distortion pedal. And I also want to get a bypass pedal so I can isolate my ME70 from the rest of the rig. Yeah, I usually see all the pedals just pretty much in a line, but I want to... The ME70 is a nice little unit, and I'll get to that in a minute, but it would be nice to have a bypass pedal that's bring it in and out. So, signal goes from the guitar into the Epiphone tuner pedal, which is tuned. The boss volume pedal does volume. The next thing is probably... is a one of my favourite pedals, even though it only really gets used once or twice. on stage is the Joe Bonamassa signature wah. It's got a really unique sweep for a wah. Even if you just go back and forth. It's a very small sweep, but a very unique sweep. I just love to do. I can just play on that for hours. You know, going back and forth. Very nice pedal. And so you'll hear that live in Repeat Fender and the bridge. Next is the Joe Bonamassa fuzz phase. So this is clean. This is fuzz. So let's pull that back here. It's really just sort of a nice, bassy, creamy fuzz. Which is, I mean, compare that to the amps in-built drive. Versus fuzz. So it's a really good solo tone. I find I use that on the Sweatshop Blues solo. Yeah, it's just a good little toy. This is the newest thing, the Boss ME70 multi-effects. I'm gonna really go light on this. This has so much shit in it. I'm still getting the hang of it. I'm playing with the delay and the compression the most. The compression really helps tidy up the cleans. It just sort of brings it all in a bit. Which is nice. So that's just the inbuilt compressor in there, straight up. All the pedals are about, what, do you reckon that's 10 o'clock? Knobs. It's got a real nice chorus. I think, from memory, the chorus is based off the Boss Super Chorus pedal. Yeah, it's a nice chorus to play with. I don't really use the overdrive or the EQ section just because the amp does it all by itself. And the other really cool thing to play with is the wah too on this. Very different sweep to the JB wah to compare back to. And of course the octave.
Play Lonely Boy.
Oh, Lonely Boy. But again, I do want to separate the ME70 from the rest of the board. At the moment it's a toy. I'm sure I'll find practical uses for it on stage and in the studio. But sometimes you just want to get rid of it and just focus on your main pedals. Like I said, and the board itself too. This is a mod tone powered pedal board. You can see the power supply up there. So by the next gig, I'm probably going to cannibalize the power supply out of the mod tone, stick that on a bigger board, add the distortion and the bypass pedal. I'll probably put the whole board on an angle, so you know, you can go up and down and whatever. And yeah, that'll be the board. This is the main stage guitar, and that's the amp, and that's really all there is to it. So we're going to try and have videos out, like I said, probably one a week or so, maybe more. And hopefully next will be coming logging his rig rundown. So we look forward to that. Remember, check us out on Facebook, Triple J, hear some of our stuff. We've got new songs on the way. And make sure you keep up with us on Facebook because we're hoping to get some more gigs out there and we'd love to see you all there. And yeah, just stay tuned. Thanks.